Hi guys, I just wanted to cover a really common question that I get asked on a daily basis by my clients, and that is, why haven't I lost weight or lost as much weight as I'd planned? Now, I've been working in the weight loss industry for 15 years, and most people are never happy with the weight they've lost over a course of a week. And I think one of the reasons is because we set ourselves unrealistic targets. So sometimes we say, right, next week I want to lose £3 because if I lose £3, it takes me under the next stone bracket, or it means I've lost a total of a stone. So we set ourselves a target that's not always achievable to the work we're actually putting in to lose the weight and how many calories we might be under eating by or burning off. So that's my first advice. Don't set yourself an unrealistic target that may be not achievable. The second thing is, our bodies are very, very complex. So depending on how much you've eaten, what type of food you've eaten, how much water's in your body, can all affect the scales. Now, I've done a little experiment with this, just with water. So I've drank a litre of water, I've weighed myself, then drank a litre of water, and then I've weighed myself again and I've gone up over £1. Then I've gone to the toilet and that's not quite all come back out, weighed myself again, lost maybe £1/4 or so, then weighed myself after going to the toilet for a second time, and still not lost the whole amount of water in terms of weight that I'd gained when I drank that water. So, you know, just that simple exercise shows that just because you drink and then go to the toilet, it doesn't all come back out. I also know, for example, that if I eat bread, the next day I tend to weigh heavier just because of the way my body processes bread and how much water it holds with the bread. So that's the other thing. What have you eaten in the last 24 hours? Are you weighing daily? If you are weighing daily, you will notice your body can fluctuate hugely, and it can easily go up and down during the week before your week to week weigh-in. So weighing daily is okay if you can look at that logically and balanced, you know, and accept whatever it is and just go with it. But quite often when we weigh daily, we don't process that very well. So we have crooked thinking that, well, I'd lost £3 then and now I've only lost £2, so this is obviously not working, instead of, again, just looking at realistically your body will fluctuate. So that's something else. The other thing is, have you truly been sticking 100% to the plan that you are following? Whatever healthy eating regime that is, are you giving it 100% effort? So you may have even eaten something off plan and kind of blocked it to the back of your brain, because your sloth brain, as I call it, or your unhelpful brain, it's quite good at deviating you off plan, and also quite good at justifying that was okay and that won't affect your weight loss. And sometimes when I say to my clients, well, have you eaten anything off plan? And first they kind of go, no, I've been fine. And then they start thinking about it and go, oh, actually, I did have a piece of birthday cake on Friday. And I'm saying, oh, okay, so someone's birthday, okay, great, well, that's absolutely fine, but that might have impacted it. And then they go, oh, actually, I did have a glass of wine on Saturday. And as our conversation goes on, we realise they might have eaten a good few thousand calories extra over the week that wasn't part of their plan. And that might be the reason that they've lost weight. We also justify coming off plan by saying, let's say, oh, well, I did go out for a meal, but I didn't eat the pudding, so therefore it's okay. Well, yeah, it's great that you didn't choose the pudding, but what did you have for your meal? Because if your meal was 2,000 calories, that's still probably way more than your body needed. So just be conscious of whether you have been 100% on plan. Have you rewarded yourself with food after your last weigh-in? Quite often people say, well, I only had something last weigh day. So we lose weight and then we reward ourselves with food. And if you just stop to think how crooked that is, because if you've lost weight, why would you then go and put food back in your body to counteract what you've just achieved? But it's so common to lose weight and then go to the chip shop and treat yourself. And it's like, I encourage people to find what I call a non-food treat. So do something else for yourself that is a reward, but don't reward yourself with high calorie food that you've just not eaten all week to achieve something. It just doesn't make any sense when you think about it. And I know I did this for years and years of dieting, but if you really think about it, it doesn't make sense, does it? I think that's everything kind of that I wanted to share with you. But just something to think about, because I see so many people just want to give up because the scales haven't said what they've wanted in that particular moment. And I always encourage people to look at your weight loss over a whole month rather than just over a week. And don't say, oh, well, if I haven't achieved this, I'm not carrying on, because quite often a couple of days later, you'll suddenly drop on the scales again because your water levels have fluctuated again, or the time of the month has been and gone. And then if you just stuck to plan, you would have lost that extra few pounds that you were hoping for. Anyway, I hope that helps.